Okay, so we've siliconed all the joints, any gaps in the floor, anywhere where there's possible water ingress, obviously except for around where the waste is. We've completely sealed and tanked and really applied it, about 3-4 coats. It goes off really quick. So I've used a lot of it just to tank this, to make sure we get as good a water seal as possible to prevent any more water damage in the future. So as you can see, the floor's all been sealed, all the gaps have been filled with silicone. You can paint it over silicone with this stuff as well, which is really good. So you silicone it, smooth it out, don't wet it, just smooth it, push it right into the gaps, flatten it out. Don't forget that's going to be where the tray goes. You're only going to see 300 of that, and then this is going to have a hardboard on top of it for the lino. So all the walls, ignore all the big dents. They've been thoroughly filled and they're well above water ingress height, so I'm not concerned about making those good. That wall has got to be really good, because if you're going to get water ingress, it's going to be at the bottom there where the water's running down and finding voids. So we've siliconed the crap out of it. So yeah, no, it's had a real good seal. So now we're going to start getting some of these wall panels up here. We've uni-bonded all the other walls. So just as a precaution, this wall's all been uni-bond, that wall's all been uni-bond. You can still see it's still drying in places. So we've uni-bonded those walls just to make sure there's no dust, so that we get real good adhesion from the adhesive from these panels. So now we're going to bring some of them panels up here, start cutting them to height and start gluing them on the wall. Don't forget, like, share, subscribe. See you soon. Okay guys, so my walls are dry, the uni-bond's gone off. Tray floor still going off, so I've got to let that go off before I can put the tray in. So we've got 2 bags of rapid set adhesive for that. So I'm going to start on this wall here with these panels. This is a mirror, they're 300 by 2.5, like a marble, a grain effect. And the company that the client has got them from has also supplied us with all the adhesive. So we've got 15 tubes of glue and 30 panels, so that would mean we've got 1 tube per 2 boards. So I've already measured this wall out by going a full one there. I have a half there and enough to go up to the door frame, so that's perfect. So we're going to do that wall, come to there, then I can come across the top of the door frame, and then we can work out from there where our drop's going to be. We're just going to double check all our measurements first, because I don't want a epoxy little sliver coming down there. So I'm going to measure that out, and then we've got to measure across there and see how it goes. That's going to be a full board pretty much cut in, and then we will do from that corner out probably. We'll work that out near the time. They provide internal and external trims for these. They have sent them, but the issue with these trims is they are crap. Alright, as simple as it goes. The way they're designed to work, they have to lock in to this. They lock into this thinner part of the board. Now that's all well and good if your walls are perfectly true and square, but these walls aren't. This is an old house, you know, it's thrown up. No house I've ever been to really has perfectly square and level plumb walls. So those trims won't work, because the minute you scribe this in and you lose that, the corner pieces won't go on the board afterwards, because the board becomes too thick. So it completely defeats the object. So all we're going to do is we've already cut this edge off. You see here it had a little lip. So I've cut that off, so now I've got a clean there. I've done that with my track saw, nice clean straight line. So we're going to glue that one in now and silicone the corner, and then glue, silicone the corner, put the next one on, and then it'll be siliconed afterwards again. So stay tuned guys, and I will give you a tutorial on how the best way to fit these are. Cheers guys, bye bye. Okay guys, so we've gone all the way around the perimeter, making sure it all touches, because that will give you a vacuum seal when you push it on tight, and then some through the middle. Don't be shy with your adhesive. That tube's got to last me 2, so I've done that. I want to see how far that goes on the next one, and that'll give me a better idea of how much I can apply to each board, because obviously on this side we want to get a nice solid water seal, and I will be putting on this area up to at least here, from there round, every down seam I'm going to put a clear bead of silicone in, just to seal the joints. Out here doesn't matter, there's no water ingress, but from that area there we got water ingress issues, so I want to make sure I'm sealing these panels to the best of my ability. Keep watching, guys. Okay guys, so another little tip for you. I mean, I'm using a track saw. I've got a really long track at 2.2 meters or 2.4 meters, I think 2.4, and I've got an 800. But when you do these, always cut these ends off, because I don't know if you can see that. You see the damage to it. It's not going to give you a pretty edge. So always cut one end off before you do your measure. So I've already cut that end off. Just took 10 mil off. These are 2.5. My walls are 2.37. So you know I've got plenty to cut off. So trim 10 mil off, and then measure and cut to length. Now I've got the advantage. I don't really need to scribe these in, because these are only 300. I can make sure that they run, and if there's a slight gap, it runs out by a couple of mil. Once I put that silicone bead or seal bead around the top and my lino goes in at the bottom, if there's a slight gap, it's never going to be seen. So I haven't got to go mad scribing these, but honestly on the bigger panels you've got to do a bit more work, a bit more effort involved in scribing it all in. So there we go guys, so you get a nice tight seal. Make sure you really push those joints together, and you're not going to get them perfect. They're not going to be invisible, because you know, they do sort of belly inwards a little bit. You can see it there, just because it runs in. So they're never going to be completely and utterly sealed. But you do what you can, get them in as tight as you can. Maybe put some tape across them to help hold them in, which is what I might do. There we go guys, so we've got this wall's almost done. There are a few little hairline, a few little gaps at the top there, but once I put a solvent-free sealer around the top, it will look mustard. And then obviously we've got the lino and a hardboard or something underneath here, so that will come up over the top of that. Cutting the lino end is going to be fun with this stuff, because it's not the strongest stuff. But yeah, so once the lino goes down, that will seal that beautifully. So now we're doing our scribe. So we're going to cut the height. And again, because we're butting one to here, and I know these corners are pretty damn plumb, I've checked them with the level, I know I can get away with just cutting that to its smallest measurement width-wise, cut it to the height, and it'll go straight in. And then we just got to work out what we're going to do there. I'm probably going to put a full board in, because the cut from here will go there, but it leaves me a small cut this side, which I don't think would look right. But if I put a full board there, then I get a decent cut down this side, which will look a bit better. I think it'll frame the door better. And then obviously that way is a full board from that corner, and it's nearly a full board there. That is under a full board. So yeah, if I can get all that done, all this done, and all that done, and get my shower tray bedded in this afternoon, then I'll be well happy. Then I don't have to work the weekend. I can come in Monday, I can put that bit on, do all that, I can silicone everything, get it all sealed, get the lino down, and I've got 3 days next week then to get the rest of this done. So that's pissed that easily. So a bit good news for me, I ain't got to work this weekend. So yes, well happy with that. As long as I get these walls done, I'll be well happy. So obviously once the tray's in, I'm not going to be standing on that. That needs to bed and dry. Even though it's rapid set, I'd rather leave it, do a water test, silicone it, and be done with it, and then come back on Monday, finish the walls and crack on. Stay tuned guys. There we go guys, as you can see there is a small gap there, which doesn't matter on this wall, because the next board is going to go on top of it, and then it's going to have a silicone seal down it. So as long as I scribe this one alright, we'll be golden. Silicone along the top, and then we will silicone along the bottom when the floor's ready. Obviously when we're doing this wall, it will go in, and then before the other one goes on, we'll put a massive bead of silicone down, put it in, clean the excess off, and then it'll get another one over the top when it's dry. So that's how you fit these panels. I'll keep doing videos on it, show you how to do round corners, how I do round the corners and that. So stay tuned, it may not get done today, so keep watching the YouTube videos guys, or the TikTok videos, and we'll see you soon. Okay guys, so we're doing quite well today. Shower's now in, shower trays in, bedded, tested, siliconed, rapid set. We've done that wall, And that wall, we're just going to start with the shower wall. So when you're doing these wet bedrooms, I advise the slot is going in the opposite direction to the shower. So if the shower is coming this way with your rain, you don't want it hitting the panels and being pushed in behind that. So have it coming this way, so it's hitting a dead end and roll down, and then put your clear silicone bead on that edge to seal it. So we're just going to slide this one in now. Sorry about that guys, I left it running. So that panel's in now. I've just sprayed some CT1 or CT Multi-Solve. Brilliant for getting ready your silicone. So just clean off the excess silicone. I use a spatula for this just to get it off, and then what I would do is with a cloth or a bit of tissue, wipe the rest off. Don't forget guys, like, share and subscribe, and I will edit this video. Cheers, bye. Okay guys, so that's end of Friday for me. I've probably got 2 days, 3 at a push. So I'll just show you what we got done. So, trays in, level, waste connected. Got all that wall is done. Across there, lovely scribe in there, tight. We've corked the ceiling line, I don't know if you can just see that. It's a water-based one, so it can be painted. Done all around the door, it's all been corked. We're going to silicone the internal corners. So all that wall done as well. So we just got that wall, the shower wall, fit the shower, fit the screen, new toilet, new vanity, flooring. By the end of Monday, we'll have 90% of this done, I should think. So don't forget guys, like, share, follow, subscribe to the old YouTube channel, and I'll see you soon. Morning guys, so today is the day we get the trap in. We've got it's a bigger tray than we priced for. This one's a 1400. Doesn't matter, still fits, still has no different really to what we had originally planned. So I'm just going to show you how to fit the traps. This is all subject to your joist locations and all that stuff. Obviously I've pre-checked my joist locations. I came and done a visual inspection before we started, took the bath panel off, took the flooring up a little bit under the bath and inspected, so I knew where the joists were running. I measured it, so I knew what tray would fit. So we went with a Myra tray, so 1400 with a centre end trap. So all we've done is we've laid our new floor, obviously, which is here. And then we've come along, we've put our tray in position, we've marked a hole with a pencil. I'm allowing to put my plasterboard back in. So obviously I marked this with the plasterboard in, so we can hard trap this, it's quite easy. So we fixed the trap in place. We then measured from the inside of here. There's some stops, if you can see there's 2 little lugs, if you can see them where the pipe's hitting. There's 2 little lugs there. So the pipe's hitting those, we know it's in full depth. We then measured off of those to the face of our pipe that's coming up, put a pencil mark and cut our upward pipe, and measured this one obviously. So this was 20.5 centimetres or 205 mil. Sorry guys, I was going to sneeze. So once we'd cut that to 205 mil, we temporarily fitted it into our trap, which you can see there. We then made sure it had a bit of a fall. We marked the underside of this pipe against that pipe. That gives us our cut line. We then cut that pipe off. We glued this fit in here. We haven't glued that one yet. We put a couple of pencil marks just to give us an idea, an indicator of where our line's got to meet for the angle. Now we can take that out. We can glue that in place. We can then lift the tray. We can then strengthen the floor, put our batten across here for our plasterboard to fit on. And we're looking great. So that's one way of fitting your shower traps. One bit of advice though, chaps, don't buy a cheap shower trap, because as you tighten them, they will jump a thread and they will never go tight. So you'd end up siliconing the crap out of them. This one came with the Myra shower tray. I've already checked it. It tightens up lovely, but make sure you always check them before you buy them, and don't use them if they don't tighten up properly. If they jump a thread, get them gone, because you'll have a nightmare. Cheers guys, like, share, follow, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Cheers.